Welcome back to the Rod Shop channel here with Saxy Rod Shop. So today we have just a little quick in and out customer service job. We got this little 4950 Chevy pickup here, and the outside key lock is no longer working, and also the customer doesn't have a key for it. So we're actually going to change out that lock, which is here on the outside of the door. We'll show you a picture of that, and we're just going to take you quick on a little quick trip of the steps that it takes to get to it and what's required to do it, and then we'll go from there. So one of the first things we're going to need to do is it's right in this area on the outside of the door skin, so with the glass down we'd never be able to get to it. So we're going to roll the window up here so that's out of our way. And then these early Chevy handles have a set screw in here on both sides, and we're going to take those loose. Get my glasses on here so I can see what we're doing. We're going to take those loose and get them out of the way. And you can see here they have the splines on them and the set screw. Now these are also bad that these are made out of pot metal, and that pot metal, those splines in the pot metal strip out real easy when these screws get loose. And remember that these are not a door pull, they're just a handle for opening and closing the door. So that has a lot to do with what happens on those. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to pull all these armrests off, these panels off of here, and then we'll get to that right quick. Okay, pop this off. Just be careful, these should have that little trim around there, then the little clip that covers it and holds it on. And now what we're actually after is right in here, and this is what it's going to look like on the inside. Let's see if we can get this to open up here. Now these vary from truck to truck. This is the actual lock, and you can see the inside of it there, and it has a screw to help hold it in on some of your models, and then some of your models that had this clip that slid on over it. So I'm going to get a flashlight and look down in there and see what ours takes right quick. So if you look down inside here, you can see the back side of the lock, and it has that slide clip on it. So what we're actually going to do is just stick a little flat blade screwdriver down in there and pry against the lock to get that clip to break loose, pull the clip off, and then the lock should come out pretty easy. The trick is going to be getting the tail end of that to line up into our latch when we put it back together. That will be our trick. So let's see what we can get done right quick. So there's what we're taking out, and I couldn't just pull this off because it was trapped over that. So we got it popped loose. You can see here how it slid over it, and it just wedges up against it, and that little ridge in there is what is the lock. So it just does that, holds pressure on it. So we pried on this, popped that loose, and then just pulled the lock off from the outside. So we're going to just reverse those steps, put it right back together. I'm going to go ahead and use the new clip. Sometimes I just reuse the old one if it's in good shape. We already have a new one. We'll use that. This particular lock came from Southwest Classics in Arlington, Texas, and come with a new gasket. So we're going to put that back on there. Make sure it's seated around there's a little lip on it. Just make sure it's seated around there all nice. And then we just got to get that lined up into the latch. You want to shine in. You can see through the hole there. You can see a little keyway up inside there, a little twist slot, and that's what that's going to go in. Now, as we almost forgot, we got to back up because I forgot to put the clip on it, which is common. Get in a hurry and we forget. So we had to put the clip over it and then work it up in there. You can see there, the clip's got to go over it. So what's happening is there's enough weight on the latch that the slot's free falling. So okay, we got all that lined up. We just got to push it back on. And with this new latch, it's going to be tight. So we got it in. He's going to show you inside the door. Now with the new clip, it was a little more difficult than if we'd have reused the old clip. And it's very, very critical that that clip go on straight and not in a bind. As you can see, what happens when you slip your hand, you slice a knuckle. The joys of working with old cars. So we have that now. We got that in there. New clip, new latch. You do want to make sure there's like a small screwdriver slot in the latch up in here. You just want to make sure that it's critical that you get that in lined up. And you can do that with the key by turning the lock. Let's see here. Let me set this down. So this is spring loaded, the little lever is spring loaded, but and what that does is it moves a lever inside the latch to where when you move the handle, it's not functioning the latch anymore. So we have that done. We just want to check it. Let's pull the key out right quick just to so the keys don't. And then we should be able to stick that in there, turn it. That should be locking it. Well, maybe not. You may need a new latch. So maybe actually the problem may be in the latch. So we got the lock changed out. I did a quick lubrication of the latch on the inside. It was these aftermarket latches are pretty free, so it's very easy for this one to lock and unlock. We got that done. We got the panel back on it as it was, the armrest, door handles back on it. So this one's ready to go home. So we want to thank y'all for watching the Rod Shop channel with us here at Saxy Rod Shop, and appreciate your support for our channel. And if you kind of enjoyed what we showed you here, just a little quick how-to on changing out a latch. We just kind of touched base on the highlight parts of it, but if you want to see more of those type things, give us some information in the comments of what you're after, and we'll see what we can do to provide that for you. Thank y'all.